G-Mundi. Both towers now dangerously low. Kamazade also just managing to get away. But meanwhile, Renekton taking down the second tower on this split push. Renekton, very strong at the moment, is pretty much unkillable 1v1 by any member of LilSpaceBoots. They can't do anything to him. A lot of pressure now being brought by the Rickinators. This tower will go down. Drift Knight still very much intact. This is a free tower. So now 3 towers to 1. And look at that level advantage. 17 versus 13. No one's even close on levels. Even Ahri is a level behind Renekton. And now a dragon going down. 27:30, there's a dragon timer, so 33:30 is when the dragon's going to come up next. The dragon is a 6-minute timer. If you're playing with a coordinated team, or even if you're not, you should either your jungler or your support, but any role, really, it's usually the jungler or support, but any role should be keeping track of that timer. Now Nautilus might spot True Knight. It does not, but he is in great danger of being sandwiched between Renekton and LeBlanc. He does back off. True Knight now a level behind Nautilus. Still keeping up in creeps kill, but the rest of his team is just way behind. Ahri, of course, and LeBlanc doing very well. Ahri having a little bit of a CS advantage, so actually going even with LeBlanc, but LeBlanc just building sheer raw damage with ability power. You look at LeBlanc's ability power, she's got 400 right now, and that is just a lot of burst damage. So right now, the bottom lanes, looks like Vayne just able to free farm while G-Mundi is in the middle, and that, again, letting Vayne free farm, not a good choice. Misfortune still considerably... she's still behind, even with the fact that she has 5 kills to Vayne's 3. She's still behind because of the sheer advantage in farm. Right now, Vayne's rapidly getting to the point where she can 1v1 anyone on LilSpaceBoots except maybe Ahri. She can definitely 1v1 True Knight. If True Knight tries to dive her, she would just get killed. Now, True Knight maybe trying to bait it out. Vayne a little bit here, but... oh, G-Mundi positioning terribly, getting pinned into a wall. The flash and paranoia, sorry, the paranoia from True Knight, allowing them to pick up that kill, but very dangerous. Now a lot of damage being put onto the middle tower. A little space for Renekton, diving aggressively, dropping Madtown, almost dropping C-Knight, and only the sudden arrival of Nocturne and Misfortune is going to keep this tower alive. Renekton being a little bit too aggressive there, getting dropped. Picking up some excellent gold for Misfortune, which is always nice. Sorry, a little bit of lag there. Nocturne not going in. Yeah, looks like they should be able to pick up Nautilus, adapt to 1. Let's see if the Janna ulti goes off. It does, but it's too late. And now Vladimir coming in, forcing the flash. If he can get off one more transfusion, he might be able to drop Janna. Nope, the shield goes off. G-Mundi flashing forward aggressively to pick up that kill also. And LilSpaceBoots mount and come back, saying we have to fight this out, where we can use our AoE stack to our advantage. We have to force them to dive us. LilSpaceBoots knowing they've got a little bit more of a poke advantage, a little bit more of a rage advantage. Vayne not having any kind of real poke spell, Renekton being all melee, Ahri having better poke. So this second middle tower will fall now for the Rickinators. So towers now 3-2 in favor of the Rickinators, and LilSpaceBoots trying to catch up. They're still behind gold. They're still behind a lot of gold, 5,000 almost. But they are mounting a comeback, and that paranoia onto Vayne, depriving them of their carry, and then bringing Misfortune up. It's rapidly getting to that point where Misfortune is catching up on gold. You can see the totals here on the bottom. 9,600 to 9,400 for Vayne, so very even, and by no means is Vayne doing badly. She's got the best kill death ratio, but she is farming better than anybody else this entire game right now. True Knight getting caught a little bit by Renekton, and Nautilus. If Nautilus catches up, the hook does go down. True Knight forced a flash away. Now Ahri coming in. Very risky Ahri. Oh no. And LeBlanc just getting lit up. G-Mundi now under fire. G-Mundi now going down as well. Vladimir's using Zonius to try and power up, but terrible engagement for LilSpaceBoots. Look, there was some confusion on whether or not they wanted to fight that out, and the answer was absolutely not. True Knight was already very low, and I don't know if they were aware of a sentient box coming in, cleaning up very nicely. This should be a free mid tower now for the Rickinators, and meanwhile, Vayne just split pushing. She's just playing single player League of Legends, popping off another tower. So complete map control right now for The Rickinators, sorry. Oh, voice is getting a little worn out. Haven't been casting off. So now they said, hey, our team comp is built around splitting, and our team is very good at 1v1. You know, Renekton, LeBlanc, Vayne, all very good duelists. We're gonna make you 1v1 us, and if you want to fight us, you have to fight through Nautilus to get to us. LilSpaceBoots requires the team fight. They require a team fight where they can get the enemy team clumped up. But right now, there's such a gold advantage for the Rickinators. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit too late to start forcing team fights. You know, Vladimir's so far behind. Ahri, looking at gold totals, she's 3K behind LeBlanc right now. And while I realize LeBlanc falls off due to her only single target damage, she can still blow up the one person on the team who does damage, Gmundi, who just lacks the mobility, lacks the escape, and LeBlanc, of course, very good at getting into positions. If Nautilus depth charges Gmundi, and then LeBlanc goes in for a combo, Gmundi's dead, and that goes to team fight. Now True Knight is down at bottom lane. They're basically giving up Baron. They can't fight for it. They will be able to get a tower out of the deal, but there is no way they can contest this Baron. If they do, they will lose everybody. And instantly, just like that. Oh, sorry, a little bit of lag. C-Knight getting instantly comboed and blown up by LeBlanc. That's how fed LeBlanc is. Don't even try for a steal. That was foolish. They already knew True Knight was bottom. They already knew they weren't going to take the tower. And so poor leadership or poor communication from LilSpaceBoots, that was completely unnecessary. They'd already, basically, by having True Knight down here, they'd already sacrificed Baron. What they should have done was continue to let him push and pick up 2 towers in return for Baron. He should be able to escape. So he can dodge this hook. Busting Titan's Wrath but getting caught. He should be able to get away if he doesn't get slowed too much by the chain CC. Maybe forced to flash here. It is not up. Depth charge now catching True Knight and LeBlanc coming dangerously close. This is risky. Misfortune now coming in. Not a fight they want to be in. This Misfortune can instantly blow up any one of those champions. Paranoia now going up, throwing a little bit of vision. Looks like LilSpaceBoots will escape. We'll see. If Nautilus had a Shirley's Reverie, this would be a great time to use it. He does not. He does have Boots of Mobility, but no Shirley's Reverie. Now a 4-man concerted push from the Rickinators. They do have Baron. So I like that LilSpaceBoots recognized they couldn't fight for Baron. They took these 2 towers with True Knight, but I didn't like that Sona poked her head out too far and got comboed by LeBlanc. That's foolishness. And they should know better. LeBlanc now having that Quicksilver Sash, knowing that there's not a lot of CC on LilSpaceBoots, and that's not really a good spot right now. They've got Charm and they've got Paranoia and the Sona ulti, which is decent. But you look at Nautilus, and I mean, Nautilus alone probably has about that much CC, except for the AoE stun. The team comp that the Rickinators has just lets them slice up somebody, lock them down, and blow them up very quickly, which is unfortunate. I feel like the double mage composition works better when you're ahead, and if you're behind, it's useless because your mage just can't burst hard enough. Whereas this composition right here is so good at innately splitting up teams and surviving with all their crowd control and their the maneuverability on LeBlanc and Renekton and Vayne. They can escape a little bit. You know, Nautilus can survive some damage. The charm does go off on Renekton, but that's not who they want to kill. And Gmundi getting dangerously close. This is an easy dive, and now they're gonna have to hold this tower 4v5 with the other team having Baron. C-Knight getting very low. True Knight does pick up a tower up top. We'll see if Gmundi can stay alive. The Sona ult does go down. Tons of damage going on. The tower being dropped. Cam is critically damaged. He's dead. True Knight does return, but all 5 members of the Rickinators are perfectly healthy. Renekton now dashing in very dangerously. Does a lot of damage to him out of town. Now True Knight getting damaged. Looks like the Rickinators will just say, hey, that was good enough. We got what we wanted. We got our Baron. We got another kill on Kamikaze, who's really just having a bad time now. What I am disappointed is he didn't use his Zhonya's. He was either CC'd too much or just didn't push it fast enough. He got burst down too quickly. But he is in a very sad state right now. Paranoia goes off. I'm not sure what I was meaning to hit. They don't have vision on anybody. They might have been trying to hit the recalling champion there. Not able to pull it off, so a wasted Paranoia from True Knight. You know he's not going to be happy about that. Now he is building heavily into magic resist. I don't like that. The most dangerous champion on the Rickinators right now is Vayne. And even if he wasn't, the second most dangerous champion is Renekton. He does have what I'm going to call the Bruiser Trinity. We have the Maw of Malmortius, the Warmog's Armor, and the Atma's Impaler, giving you all the tankiness you need and a decent amount of damage. And Renekton's got that Bruiser Trinity. Meanwhile, Vayne doing the carry Trinity. Infinity Edge, Phantom Dance, either Bloodthirster or Last Whisper. That's your carry Trinity. So Vayne and Renekton doing physical damage, doing the most damage on the team. Meanwhile, True Knight going for a magic resist focused build. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We are seeing the Frozen Heart starting to come out. That'll help reduce some of Vayne's damage. But I'd really like to see a Random Omen on somebody. And the lack of a tank. Now Vayne coming in, she's just going to kill True Knight 1v1. Just like that. And that's the problem when you have 123 armor and 200. No, sorry, not 200. 123. Wait, I can't. 280. Sorry, having a little problem reading those symbols. Whereas Vayne's got 351. She's got full lifesteal. Well, I don't know about full, but she's got a lot of lifesteal. Now this is becoming a very dangerous flank. LeBlanc coming in, getting a ton of damage from Misfortune, and now Drift Knight taking a lot of damage. Janna resetting the fight. Vladimir is going to use his Zonias this time. Is still going to get dove. Gets blown up even with the Sona ult, but tons of damage going down. Janna getting dropped. They're so close to getting Drift Knight. They need to pick up Vayne if they want to stay in this fight. Now Nautilus coming up for the flank. This could reverse it very quickly on LilSpaceBoots. Renekton now pursuing angrily. And G-Money just able to pick up Drift Knight, but not able to finish the game. LeBlanc does go down, and Madtown is just going to barely escape. Looks like Sona is also going to drop to Nautilus, so... Yep, that's an Oracle. So looking at the kills, 3 for 3. Both carries went down. The Mage stayed alive, but Renekton's still very much healthy, and there's more healthy champions out here, basically. Nautilus and Renekton can probably dive. True Knight, he still doesn't have the armor he needs. But now forced to flash away. Ahri not fully healed. Is going to take some pressure off this tower, but you've got the other lanes pushing as well. This tower on bottom is very dangerous, and they really need to get someone from LilSpaceBoots over there if they want to keep that inhibitor tower. It is going to go down. They don't have anyone fast enough. Vlad not responding. Not even heading to bottom lane. There he goes. Oh, it's too late, Vlad. Oh, the minions might be able to stall out a little bit. That tower very low, under 200 hit points. Now the depth charge from Nautilus coming up. And the hook. Renekton now diving and True Knight getting killed. Recognizing that the damage from the LilSpaceBoots is kind of spread out. Nautilus has a good mix of both resist. He's got an Abyssal Scepter from magic resist, armor from the Frozen Heart, and Aegis Legion for a little bit of everything in between. So two towers and an 8-kill advantage for the Rickinators. And honestly, right now, they're going to have to really screw up to lose this game. They've got it in the bag. They've been having some problems keeping Vayne alive, and G-Money's doing a lot better. But when they can just kill G-Money and dive, and then have Janna reset the fight, as long as they can keep Vayne alive, they would win pretty easily. If Vayne had managed to stay alive a little bit longer, the game would already be over. Let's put it that way. The game would already be over. True Knight finally investing in some armor, realizing, hey, I can't 1v1 anybody on their team except maybe Janna. He could 1v1 Nautilus if he was given long enough. But he's unfortunately behind, and so his role as an assassin, because of that gold advantage. I mean, Janna's got more gold than True Knight right now. That's going to be not helpful. Now Baron's up. Baron should be pretty much free for the Rickinators. They're in no position to contest it. And if they do, they're just going to lose people. So Baron falling at 41-15, so 48-15 when he's back up. Vladimir going to face check this bush. Going to find out that's not a really good idea. He does pull to get away from it, but the snare does land on Madtown. Death charge landing, doing tons of damage. Madtown's health just melting. Got a little lag right there. Vayne now popping Madtown. Nocturne going for a flank, but he'll die instantly if he tries it. This should be game right here. Madtown getting caught, and honestly, the Rickinators should be cleaning house right now. They should just be going straight for the end game, for the Nexus. There's no tank to absorb aggro. There's no tank to initiate a fight on the part of LilSpaceBoots, and that is a weakness of their comp. I don't like that. They don't have a good tank to engage, whereas Nautilus can just walk around and soak damage. There's not enough beef. Now cleaning up all 3 inhibitors is the Rickinators. LilSpaceBoots with the double AP. LeBlanc getting very close to melting G-Mundi. Now this Nexus tower taking a lot of damage. They're having Janna tank it, which is kind of surprising. I would have had Nautilus tank it. Vayne now dropping True Knight EVA. True Knight. 3-shotting him. 3-shotting C-Knight, and that is going to be game. As the minions pour in, G-Mundi is the only one left. If he ulti right now, it's pretty much instant death. Forced to flash away before even a full second. So that's going to be GG. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you thought of the video, what you thought of the scrims. We'll post this on GameReplays.org for your enjoyment. So until next time, this has been F289. Thanks for watching.